Alright, boys, sharpen your pencils, because I'm going to take you to school again.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. We're running through our team reports here at SBR Forum for all 30 teams in the NBA this offseason, taking a look at some of the moves they've done here through free agency and the draft and looking like what they'll look like here once training camp is set to open here in about 6 or 7 weeks. So we're starting it off here with the Houston Rockets, a team that is much improved from a season ago, already a playoff team obviously, but has made a huge move this offseason to try and bolster their chances of winning the Western Conference. Now obviously the James Harden trade turned out to be one of the best trades ever by the Houston Rockets GM, Daryl Morey. He brought in Harden. He was spectacular throughout the season. They have a lot of good parts surrounding him, and they ended up getting to the playoffs, although they lost to Oklahoma City once they got there. Now, however, it has, as I mentioned, been a huge offseason for this team, and adding to the James Harden deal, you bring in a guy like Dwight Howard now on a 4-year, $88 million contract, who's going to be huge at the center position, but brings up a lot of questions on this roster, like what are they going to do with Omer Sheik and all the money they've paid him already, and trying to maybe make a trade to bring in some backcourt depth for him or keep him on the roster as a solid backup to Dwight Howard. They're still a little thin at power forward, obviously, but this team is getting very good and has very good chance of being one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the Western Conference. Obviously, they drafted my guy Isaiah Cannon from Murray State. I think he might even get some playing time here as a rookie coming in as an early second-round pick. But right now, the future NBA future odds for this team are set at plus 1,000, 10-1, and immediately I think that this is slightly overvaluing them just for a few reasons. Firstly being, I don't think Dwight Howard improves them to a point where they have to be looked at as a top 5 or top 6 team in the NBA odds. I think that hype alone is probably overvaluing the Houston Rockets here just a little bit this summer, but I do think the markets will correct themselves once the preseason rolls around and once people realize how good the Western Conference is going to be around them. The Spurs are still going to be good. The Thunder are still going to be obviously very good. The Warriors are much improved. The Grizzlies are still going to be there. Teams are going to be good surrounding the Clippers. Obviously, I forgot to mention the Clippers are going to be fantastic next year. The West is very good. The Rockets are not necessarily better than all those teams. In fact, I can make the argument that at least 3 teams that I just mentioned are definitely better than the Rockets still as they currently stand. And some of those teams, like the Spurs and others, are ranked behind them in the NBA future odds from Bet365. So I really think that they're overvalued here. And I think you have to look at them as a team that you're going to maybe find value at during the season, but the offseason future odds here, I see absolutely no value. They're still probably not even the best team in the state of Texas, as I said. So lay off the Rockets for now until we see some changes perhaps throughout the rest of training camp and into the regular season. But right now, I can't even see them as a top 3 team in the Western Conference. That'll do it for me this time. Make sure you check all my other team reports on the other 29 teams in the NBA. But until then, thanks for joining me this time. I'm Jordan Sharp.